What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, April 17th. I'm astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy to be back for another horoscope. Man, 2 days in a row, starting to almost feel like old times a little bit. A little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a good hump day. And let's take a look at the astrology for today. Well, we're getting close to the end of Aries season. We have Venus, which is now past the North Node in Aries. This is a detriment Venus. It's not stoked here. Like, it can be used powerfully in an Aries sort of way when you're really putting the focus on your capabilities, your capacities, what you're manifesting, what you're building, forging, all of these different things. But it is strenuous with others. There's a lot of me, what about me? There's a lot of that energy that's going on right now. And this is where we can get really sensitive with these Pisces energies, the two malefics, Mars and Saturn, but also Neptune. And with that South Node, of course, in Libra, it's just heightening that Venus with the North Node in detriment, like putting a lot of perspective, again, on our relationships, how we're being treated, where the balance is, are things in alignment. I think it's obvious if they are or if they aren't. And, which makes relationships hard, because if somebody's like really like, this is not vibing with me, then the other person can get upset. Can just make for a little bit of disharmony when we're dealing with others right now, because there's just so much energy focused on the self right now. So people are kind of doing what they need to do, taking care of business. Sensitivities are high, emotions can be high. Got to figure out how to navigate those things. Self-worth is critical right now. So again, you just got to you do have to put yourself first, and you do have to take action for the things that are going to make life more bountiful, for you. So you got to get that bounty in life right now. And, it's, kind of it's a little bit of a struggle with people. I'll be honest, Pluto in Aquarius and the sun starting to square that Pluto. We're really starting to feel that energy, coming into the weekend, coming into Taurus season here, and it's a little intense, because it is like Aries Aquarius and then Aries Libra. Like, Aries is making harsh aspects, of course, at the moment, because usually Aries and Aquarius sextile, but not right now. They don't, by degree. So there's this like the tension, right? So we got to figure out how to navigate people in our lives, but the intensity is ramping up. And we're also seeing that Jupiter is now at 21 degrees of Taurus. It's wild, because I think it was May 8th, 1941 that they met in Taurus last. And, that was World War II times, high tension among people. For what it's worth, I did snag this chart, which is of that day when those two came together last, and Jupiter had just passed Uranus. Super interesting that we're seeing a South Node at that time in Aries at the 0 point, getting ready to come into Pisces, make that ingress, and then the North Node in Libra. And then we're also seeing, what's super interesting is Pluto almost to the exact degree and minute of where it is in Aquarius right now in opposition. Pretty crazy stuff. Crazy time in history, right? World War II, Pluto coming into Leo ended up being when the atomic bombs were first, created. Oppenheimer, of course, is a big movie that just came out recently. Very fascinating. And, here we are in the opposition of that time. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and say, I don't know, state the obvious, but it's obvious. I don't need to state it. It's obvious, but interesting how those things align from back then. So just a lot of importance on the values in life, our uniqueness, our individuality, how we create a life that we feel sustainable in, because it's weird right now to create sustainability. I'm working 3 jobs right now to find some sustainability in the state of California. Everybody's situation's different, but it's just weird. Like, it didn't used to always, you didn't have to do that, back in the day. Like, you could have a job and support a family, and you can in this life, of course, but it's different, It's just different times. We're having to navigate all these different times with high sensitivities. Anger can be kind of bubbling. But I will say that the moon in Leo is just making outstanding aspects to almost everything in the chart, minus a quincunx to Mars. So there's just really there is really good emotional aspects if we're finding things that make us passionate, finding love, right? Because with all this, sort of centered on self energy and focus, like if we can, of course, love ourselves, outstanding, but if we can still have compassion, love for others, and still make decisions that can kind of not, blow things up right now, because that's kind of the theme with this astrology right now is things blowing up, to be honest with you. So if we can, hopefully not just blow everything up, but really like shift, mold, create things into more beautiful structure, the better. And sometimes that does mean ending things. Sometimes the only way to get beauty out of something is to completely dismantle and get rid of something. That's what demolition's for, right? They're going to demo a building, blow that sucker up so that they can build a beautiful new structure in that place. These things happen, you know what I'm saying? But the moon is going to square at the same time. It's making all these great aspects. It's squaring that Taurus energy of Uranus and Jupiter. So, I mean, I think this just brings erratic energy of what people might want to do to get things that they want. Got to keep love in our hearts, right? Got to, and we have to be courageous when we're manifesting too. Like I think like heavy intent, high energy towards beautiful things that are unique to your soul that kind of make you feel, like you are going to build that extravagant new structure in your life, however you want to look at that metaphor. These are things that are really positive, but it's not the easiest energy. People could be very triggering right now. People could be, high stress. We could be high stress. You got to take a minute to breathe, I think, and realize, everything can be beautiful. There's beauty everywhere. We got to, really look at the things that we're grateful for, and then put our energy into making things better, and creating more. Because I think that we have to be proactive right now with this astrology on creating something that at least we're passionate about. Putting effort into something right now. This is a great effort, forward time. But it doesn't mean that by any means it's easy to put in effort, and that it's just going to go as planned. That Uranus is pretty much saying nothing's going to go as planned right now. Pluto is basically saying nothing's going to go as planned right now. And you got to navigate the waters and the intensities with kind of a smile on your face and be like, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to handle it, and I'm going to get through it. And that's where I think the courage really comes into play and can really help us out. Mercury's retrograded over Chiron. It's retrograded over that eclipse spot at 19. So I think there is a deeper understanding of the right steps that we need to take in life, the certain actions, the thoughts that can manifest into actions to create and forge a path in life. These are very potent things right now. So it's just about taking those steps, using that thought, and putting it to work, to effort. Effort will pay off right now. And we got to have some compassion. We got to hold like that emotional, compassion for ourselves and for others, because it's kind of a shit show. And I've seen it. I saw it a lot yesterday with people. Just, people are real triggered by people right now. And that's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? People have been triggered by people for since the dawn of time, but it was definitely apparent yesterday. So I don't know. It's a superpower when other people don't jeopardize your state of being, right? Like I know that people bring up emotions and stuff, but man, when your self-worth and capacity is not reliant on what somebody else says, thinks, or does in this world right now, you are a superhero. And I mean, you're almost untouchable, And that's not in, I mean, it's not like easy to be there because, like I said, we get very attached. It's Scorpio. You know, we all got Scorpio in our chart. We all got Pluto somewhere, so it exists. Anyways, let's see what tarot card we get. Appreciate the people who joined in the live. Didn't like promote it or put any notice out, so thanks for joining in, and thanks to anybody who watches this recording later. I'm gonna try to get these out earlier. I'm just behind. Like yesterday was impromptu, and then I didn't say I was gonna do it necessarily today, but I had to take Sterling to school, and I just got back to the house, took a shower. You know, I gotta brush my teeth before I get on camera. But I'll probably start recording these a day ahead, and then dropping them early so that people on the East Coast can get them earlier, because you know, 9, yeah, it's noon on the East Coast. So, anyways, we got the 9 of Wands upright. Another fitting card, I think, for the astrology right now is definitely like trying to take this energy and move it forward, but almost feeling like we've reached the end of the rope in some capacity, and that it's just like finding strength right now can feel difficult, but it's there, and like there's definitely supporting aspects right now in the astrology that are like pushing us forward. But you know, I think we gotta you know, keep it going. Today's a keep it going kind of day, and gotta focus on our wants and needs, and then have compassion for other people's wants and needs and understanding. And I think that we won't feel too, you know, beat up or tired or feeling like we gotta make some unnecessary, you know, big change. Maybe right now is, you know, smaller change, because we can see that certain things are shifting, changing, and then we just gotta find a lot of courage, strength, passion to keep her going. You know what I'm saying? Keep her going. All right. Well, I appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed the horoscope. I hope you find it helpful. Much love to everybody. Yeah, you know, it's a trip, like keep looking at these charts daily again, because I did take some time off from like looking at the transits daily, and what a time to be alive, you know? Kind of like puts things in perspective, at least for me. So bless you all, love you all, and I'll catch you next time. Much love. Peace.